done so much research trying to find out different, you know, templates and things that are going to work for me. I always buy planners, and I never use the planner. Like the planner from this year, I think I used all of 3 weeks in it, and then that was it. And I find that it's because it's not customized to my lifestyle, and so I don't get much use out of my planners when I do buy them from the store. And so I decided to try my hand at bullet journaling. And so this, I wanted to do it in a very cost effective way. Of course, there's one dog. Okay, I wanted to do it in a very cost effective way. And so I kind of just went to Walmart, and they had these journals. They were $10, and it was $10.32. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but I definitely want to try it. So why don't I buy something that's not so expensive that I'm gonna feel like this pressure or obligated to actually see it through, even though the point of the bullet journal is to, you know, organize yourself and see it through. Yeah, so $10.32 at Walmart. Great buy, and I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started and looking on the inside. And so on the first section here, I just put this really pretty cardstock that I have. It's floral. The theme of the journal is floral, so I definitely wanted to put this in here, and I just put it here and here, and I just added my initials. I know some people decorate the front page a lot more, but I was kind of okay with just this, and I think it's just really pretty. On this side, I did create a little pocket here by just cutting down a little bit of the page and then sticking double-sided tape on the ends. And I also put some more of that floral paper here, and I have my key here for when I'm doing my tasks for my weekly setups. Yeah, and that's this page. Now, it did come with an index, but I know where I put everything in the journal, so I don't think I'm going to be using the index at all, but it did come with it. And on the first template that I have, or the first setup, this is my 5 years goals. Now, there is a YouTuber who suggests having 3 goals per year, and of course he suggests doing your 5-year goals because you do want to know what your future, what you expect of your future, and if you don't have written down, how can you really you know, follow through with that? And so I just have the years here that these 5-year goals are going to work for. And I have this little sticker here that just says the future look bright, that I got from another planner that I had that I didn't use, of course. And so these are 9 boxes, so this is for 3 years, and then the other 2 years are on this side. Now for 2023, I have the goals down here, so I know specifically what I'm doing for this year. And I'm just gonna write the goal out here and write 3 habits that can help me bring that goal to fruition. And on this side, we have our letter to 2023, which is another template that I saw another YouTuber use. And I thought that would be fun and cool, and a way to sort of, like, you know, write down your optimisms, the things you want to expect from the things that you expect to happen this year, the things that you want to happen this year, and just a fun way to bring in the new year. And so I will do this on December 31st of 2022, and then on December 31st of 2023, it's going to be my reflection to see what actually happened this year, how I felt about the year, and also, you know, anything bad that happened, anything good that happened, and just overall feelings of what happened during 2023. And these are just some little doodle flowers that I did. They're not stickers. There's another YouTuber. I'll try and write the names down. I just did so much research, so I'll try and write the names down of the YouTuber who does, but you can just look up like brush marker flower tutorial, and there's one pretty dominant YouTuber who does that, and you can get inspiration from like all of them, so that's fun. And on this side, or this page I should say, I have my word of the year, which is bloom. I am very I'm a person who secludes themselves, kind of antisocial, and but I do feel like I have so much more to offer. And so my goal for the year is really to bloom and really go outside and really interact with people. And yeah, so I thought bloom was the perfect word of the year for me to follow through with that. And I have 2 different pages here. On this side, you'll see that it says mind, and I have the definition of mind, but the part of the definition that really spoke to me is an opinion or personal way of thinking about something. And so on this side, I'm just going to write quotes that have to do with blooming and really coming into your own. And on this side, I have the definition for the word achievement, specifically because I feel like people really don't give themselves enough credit for what they do. I especially do not give myself enough credit for where I've gotten in life and how far I've come, the things that I have achieved. And so on this page, I'm really just going to write down some key achievements that really make me feel good and really make me feel like I've progressed in life. And so I'll have this page to look over whenever I'm feeling down, or whenever I need to remind myself of how far I've come. These are going to be the 2 pages for that, where I've come from and where I'm going, or my mindset. All right, on these 2 pages, I have my travel log, I guess. And here it just says vacation goals. I have a key here for international, national within the US that's not local to me, and then local to me. I live in the Northeast, so a lot of these places are local to me that I can visit. But I do want to travel around the US a little bit more, get to know the country, because I stay relatively around my local area. And then these are just some goals for traveling internationally. Of course, all of this will not be done this year. However, I do feel like, it's good to have something to look at, to plan, and, just to know where you want to go in life. And on this page, I have my year at a glance, some more floral doodles. And here, I'm just going to write my goals again, because repetitiveness is key. And the more I see my goals, the more I know what I'm trying to obtain this year. And this idea came from Jillian Coran. I hope I'm saying her name right. But she always has these 101 goals within her bullet journals. And though I don't have any goals written down yet, I'm going to spend the night and tomorrow night and the 31st. So today's the 29th. And so I have about 2 days to kind of get my goals together. And I don't have to write all 101 goals at this time. Of course, I can always, write more goals throughout the year and try and complete them. They should be big goals, small goals, medium goals, I guess. And not just all big goals, like not like get like a fleet of cars or like 20 houses or something, crazy. You can have some big, like really big dream goals, but also have some little goals that are more obtainable, right? And so on this page, what she also has, Jillian Corinne, which I got a lot of inspiration from, is this then and now page where I have a list of prompts, and I'm going to write on January 1st where I am at that point. And now on December 31st, where I am in terms of these little prompts. Then I thought that was cute. And as you can see, I'm bringing over the floral theme throughout the entire journal. Because again, our word of the year is bloom. And here I just have my future log. I just did 6 months per page, and down here it just says things to do. Just gonna write down birthdays, any events that are yearly, things like that. And so yeah, again with the florals at the top, little doodle flowers. And yeah, so this is the future log. Okay, again, coming in with our Count 10 Life, which is also a idea I got from Jillian Corinne. I'm just going to link her channel down below. But essentially what this is all these different sectors of your life, you're going to rank yourself out of 10. And we are usually our hardest judges. So you're going to rank where you are. And I'm going to do this on January 1st. And then again, or I'll do it on December 31st probably. And then do it again the end of next year to see if I have progressed, if I have not regressed, or if I'm at the same place in terms of all these. And what I've done here is just added some little space where I'm going to write down some ways to improve on these different aspects of life. And on this page we have moments. So I really wanted a page where I could document anything that is like that happens per month, so that I could come back and look back and be like, oh, well, I did this in that month, or I did that on that month, just a page to write down some moments that you can come back and look on at the end of the year and really see what has happened. A big theme in my journal is reflection and actually knowing what happened, because sometimes I just feel like life goes by so fast. Like I can't even remember the things that have happened throughout the year. And it's really good to be able to reflect and to see what actually happened. So did a little moments page for that. All right, now we're into the health and wellness sector of my journal. And here I just have some yearly trackers. So what I do want to track is my mood and my sleep. And I have the key down here for that. Whether I'm irritated, angry, happy, lonely, unfocused. And I also want to track like what my sleep is to see how my sleep is actually affecting my mood. And on here, this is another idea from Julian Corinne, and it is the mental health bingo, and I also put self-care bingo. So I have like 36 different things here that I can do on a day when I'm probably not feeling my best. And sometimes I just want to drink tea, I want to read a book, journal a little bit. I'll listen to music. My favorite artist is Ed Sheeran, so his music really calms me down. I could make something crafty. This is a craft channel, so sometimes that really brings me some joy when I'm not feeling up to, my best self. And so I thought that this would be fun to have something to come back to sort of pick from, where I don't have to stress myself out and think about, okay, what can I do to make myself feel better? I have it all written down right here. So I'll have this to refer to in the future. And here I'm just going to put a little quote about self-care. Whenever you see these little stickers, I'm just putting quotes there in regards to whatever is on that page. On these two pages, I also have another two more yearly trackers, and this is going to be my morning routine, and this is going to be my workout, and this is just for productivity to see if I'm actually getting these things done throughout the year and sticking to what I say that I will do. And on this page, I have my self-care page. So this is going to be noted for like my daily, bi-weekly, and monthly task are and yearly tasks are for self-care. So whether that is to make an annual appointment, whether it's, shaving, whatever it entails for what I consider for my physical self-care, it's going to be on this page, so I have it to refer to. And down here, I just put I love me because, and I'm just going to write out some, things of why I love myself. Again, for when I'm not feeling my best and I'm not feeling like my best self, I have something to refer to know that, these are the things that I love about myself, and these are the things to think about. And here I have this little box that says treat yourself. If you watch Parks and Recreation, there's an episode where it's just like, yeah, like once, like I think it was like a year, they're like, oh yeah, we go out and we treat ourselves and we just buy all the things. And I think that is so cool to, really basically treat yourself and do things that make you happy. And so here I'm just going to put some things that are outside of the self-care bingo, but things that will treat me if I a little bit more expensive, but will be helpful. So yeah, treat yourself. And on this side, again, more trackers. I went tracker crazy in this journal. So I have my reading tracker. I want to read every single day. My goal is to read about 25 books for the year. And so maybe even more if I can manage it. But yeah, I do want to be reading every day, even if it's not recreational and it is for like school or something. I definitely want to be reading. I am also working on a book, so I tend to not carve out time for that. And so this is really going to hold me accountable to see whether I'm going to be having a lot more purple or a lot more blue. And I think it's going to push me to have more blue than purple. And so just an hour a day, I kind of want to sit down and write because it's going to help me get to my goal of finishing that book quicker. Over here is going to be my language tracking. I do want to learn Spanish this year, which I don't feel like it's hard to do. Of course, getting to conversational level may be a little bit more intense, but if I'm working at it every day, I think that I'll be able to fill this up with a lot more blue than purple. And over here is just going to be my journaling. So I have a couple different journaling setups that I'm going to do for the year. So I have like my what I would consider a daily journaling log, and then I also have like a memoir style journaling booklet, and I also have some journaling prompts in here that I'm going to be doing. And to follow if I'm actually keeping up with this, you can follow my TikTok. I'll put it on the screen, and I'm going to be like, holding myself accountable with that. So if you're on TikTok, you can follow me there and see me attempting to fill this with all blue and have very little purple. All right, on this side, we're into our financial health. And so I have what is here a credit card debt tracker. I have my emergency fund tracker and my fixed expenses. And I feel like these are things that are very important to me throughout the year. They've been important to me throughout the years of my life. And so I kind of want to keep a firm grip on all of this information. And so I thought it would be great to have this here. And on this side is going to be our savings challenge for the year. And yeah, I just looked up saving challenges online. It wasn't anything like, crazy. But this is my goal for the year. And so I'm going to be working to see if I can actually save that, to invest in other projects and things like that. But yeah, so I did a savings challenge here. And on this side, I did my income tracker, and I have a key for different sources of income to see how much I'm actually making per month, per year. And on this side, I just have my bill calendar where I'm just going to notate what days my bills are due, whether it's a credit card, car note, different things like that. And it'll be all in one place for me to reflect or to come back to or refer to in the future when I need to know what date everything is due, especially with everything on auto pay. So that'll be very helpful. And these are just some money challenges. So maybe, no spending on outside food or takeout, or, save X amount in this amount of time, like different money challenges that I'm going to really challenge myself with. No pun intended. But yeah, and again, I have some doodle roses here and some more flowers, just bringing over that floral theme. And here we have my 23 in 2023. So these are just 23 things that I actually want to do 23 times this year. And, I have read a book, bake something new, do pastels, knit something, listen to a podcast, which won't be hard, upload to YouTube, trying to upload a lot more, so that won't be that hard as well. Go somewhere, do something alone, self-care bingo day, just different things that I can do in 2023 so I can see that I've actually done something. And over here I have my reading list for the year. Now this is 23 books, or this is 25 books, sorry. But I only really need to read 23 books, but I'm pushing myself for 25 or more. And it's probably going to be more because even here I wrote the Clockwork series, which is 3 books. And that's going to add another 2 books to this list. But yeah, this is my 25 books to read in 2023. And here between January and February, I'm just going to pick like which book was the best. I have a rating system here where I'm going to rate via stars. So out of 5 stars, how much would I give each book? Some of these books come highly recommended, so I can't wait to read them and to really see like how I, rate them. And so for January and February, I'll rate whichever was the best book out of the ones that I've read, and I'll do that for the rest of the year. And then up top here, I'll put what my book of the year was, and on my final go through this journal on December 31st of next year, we'll be able to see what book I chose. All right, here I have my things to do. Now, this is a running list, and I'm still adding stuff on the daily, but in order to complete my 23 in 2023, I want to do different things like, visit museums, the gardens, maybe Six Flags, the beach, different things that I can do just to fill my year with, things to do. And on this page, I have my media consumed. So I have it via TV shows, movies, and podcasts that I want to do. Of course, I have a lot more podcasts than anything else to listen to because, I travel for work, and I know I'm going to get through a big chunk of podcasts during that time. But of course, these are some new movies that are coming out next year via, Hulu, Netflix, also theater. So I do want to watch some movies, get some of those checked off, and also some TV shows. I've never actually watched Game of Thrones. I'm probably like the last person in the world who hasn't seen Game of Thrones, but I actually want to get through that series, White Lotus. I ended up watching like the last 4 episodes of the new season with my sister-in-law and really got into it, so I want to watch that. Albert Elementary, again, my family watches it, but I don't watch too much TV, but I'm really into it and I love Quinta, so definitely going to be watching a lot more TV shows and getting into that. And of course, if you guys have any suggestions on movies, podcasts, TV shows, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to see them and check them out, and then we could discuss. All right, on this side is my content creation pages. So I am on TikTok, I have my YouTube, and I do have a blog by llenacrafts, but I haven't really updated yet. So I really want to get into planning content for these three pillars, content pillars. And yeah, so I just use this page here to give me, whatever ideas I have to do videos on. I'll be able to record them here. And here are going to be my content creating goals. And at the bottom, I've just put milestones for like subscriber count and, video hours watched, and also for TikTok. So that's going to be really fun to fill out. All right, on this side, I do also have a business. It is llenacrafts. I usually link it down below, a link to my Etsy store. And yeah, so this is just going to be my business routine. I really want to take my business to the next level, move off of Etsy and get my own website, and really, just grow my brand and my business. So I'm going to do that by having daily, weekly, and monthly tasks that I do for maintenance, any future ideas that I have for the business. I also am going to write down my mission and my values to make sure all the content I make in regards to my business aligns with my mission and my values, and also just a small about my business. And over here, I'm just going to track the expenses of the business, do some keyword research, and also some hashtag research down here, and of course a little quote up here in regards to running a business or entrepreneurship. All right, on these pages, I'm kind of going to skip through, but this is just going to be my photo log. So for every month of this year, every week, I'd like to take one picture, and it's sort of going to be like a year in review via photos. And so I'll have 4 pictures per month, and just a small reflection about the pictures, not much, but yeah. So these next pages are just going to be blank because these are specifically for photos that I'm going to be taking. We'll just skip over all of these. And here we come to our first monthly setup. Now, I griped a lot with how I'd like to set this up and what I want it to look like and what I want it to hold and entail and what information I want to be able to pull from this at the end of the year. And so what we have here is my business goals, my personal goals, and my goals for fun for the month, because we have to include fun no matter what. And of course, we have our monthly setup, and where we could, write down anything that is pressing for the month or that we need to have at a monthly view as opposed to more on a weekly scale. Over here, I'm just writing a gratitude log. So every day I'm just going to write something that I'm grateful for, because we have to make sure that we're thankful for the things that we obtain when we obtain it. And down here, I'm just going to write the books that I read for the month. And yeah, that is my monthly setup. Here, I'm going to be tracking my meals. So I did this cute little, meal planner spread or meal recollection spread, and I'm just going to record like what I have for breakfast, snacks, lunch, and dinner. And I'm also going to be tracking my water intake. I'm supposed to be taking a gallon of water a day. I'm also drinking a cup of apple cider vinegar every morning, and also I'm going to be tracking, making sure I take my vitamins every day. And how I did this tracker is I just put 31 days here across for January, and then I'm just going to fill in across as that goes, and I'll be able to really track what I've been eating, or how well I've been eating, or how bad I've been eating. And so this is a fun one to do. I really like this setup for meal planning. And on this side, I just have my weekly setup. So I don't think I'm going to have too much to do per day. I'm going to have a weekly task list that I'm going to have to attempt to complete, which we will be using the key that we made in the front for. And so, yeah, I used too dark of a color here for Sunday, but I had already did it. So I was like, whatever. But yeah, I just have my week here, and the date at the top to know from what day to what day it is. And so these are just like what my weekly tasks are looking like throughout the rest of the journal. And, yeah, we're still going to have the same setup, books, gratitude log, and our different goals for the month here and there, and our monthly setup. And outside of this, what I have done, this is March. I have my 2 lines a day here. I almost forgot what it is. So every day I'm just going to be writing 2 lines of what took place during that day, and how I'm feeling. And again, this is a very reflection based. It's heavily reflection based journal. And so, yeah, 2 lines a day. I've been seeing it in a couple different bullet journal videos, and I thought that was really cool. And so I have it just set up in a way where it's just 2 lines, and then there's a break, and then we continue for the other 2 lines for the next month, and so forth. And yeah, I just added this to just give it a little bit of grip and to differentiate it from the rest of the booklet. And as you can see in the back here, I have a 1-page quarterly reflection that I'm going to be doing for the year, where I'm just going to say, okay, 3 months have passed. What am I feeling? How am I feeling? Am I on track? Have I deterred from what my goals are? How am I going to plan on getting back on track? So the reflection is going to be very much necessary every 3 months for me to make sure that I am doing the things that I set out to do, especially with this journal. And so outside of that, the rest of it is just the same setup for our, meal log and things like that. And on the back here, my birthday is in December, so I decided to do this on the back. And I will be turning 31. And so I have my goal check-in and my planning. And so I have my goals. I have the progress that I need to be proud of, and I should be proud of. I have what challenges I faced this year, just turning 30, and what are the ways forward that I'm going to move in order to get me to the next step in life, and any notes that I have in regards to the year of 30 and what 31 should look like for me. And here, because I'm already 30, I can't do 30 before 30, but I can do 40 before 40. And so I have 40 boxes here that I'm just going to fill in of different things that I want to do over this next decade to really get, that for things that I want to recall and things of that nature. So 40 by 40 is where we're at for this year. And I think this is going to be fun. And of course, this is going to move to like other journals that I have. But for now, we can just start working on this year. All right. And coming over here, I have 2 journaling pages. So I have my birthday memories and journaling page, which I gave myself a 1.5 pages because I usually tend to write a lot on my birthday. And so I'm just going to be journaling for that. And here I'm just going to put my favorite things in my B-Day plan. So just some little drawings of things that I like, and things that I can do for my birthday that will bring me a lot of joy for that day. And over here is where we start our journaling prompts. Now, these are going to be pretty intense. Again, follow me on TikTok if you haven't, because I'm going to be uploading which prompt that I'm going to be hopefully writing with my community for that day. And how we're going to set that up is that, you know, in the morning I'll come on, or whenever you see the video, gonna have the journaling prompt on the screen, and we're gonna think about it for that day, and at night we're gonna come and write down all that we've thought about, because these are not like your normal journaling prompt questions like how was your day, or what happened today. These are things that are kind of like lifelong journaling prompts, like this one, write a letter, I forgot the E, write a letter to my past self, or write a thank you letter to someone who's influential in my life. You know, now you don't have to give it to them, but writing it will be pretty cool, right? 10 things I appreciate about me. What have you learned about you lately? Again, another one is, what are you struggling to get over? These are very thought-provoking questions, and I really wanted to include that in this journal because I feel like a lot of the times we don't really dig deep in terms of reflection and in terms of what we're actually feeling and thinking. And so I think that this is going to be a great little, you know, thing to do.